A package arrived yesterday, and if I can find it in here, is what I was looking for my patch. Thank you, Mr. Earl. It's a little crusty on the outside, but it actually looks pretty solid. It's just got some surface rust. And I'm going to blast that off of there and see what it looks like. But it looks like I got more than enough material to make that patch. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that in the bead blaster. Okay, I pulled it out of the bead blast cabinet and I just knocked off the rough stuff. I didn't get it perfect because I won't do that until I get it cut out. Cut what I need out. No sense in wasting time on something I'm not going to use. But actually it's pitted but very, very solid. So it's going to be a very good usable piece. And I want to thank Mr. Earl again for sending this to me. Get this piece cut out, and pretty tough, but I've cut into the good stuff, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem to weld this. And this is the one I got from Mr. Earl, and this hole would be lined up with that and that one right there. So I'm going to start by cutting, giving myself extra metal the first time I cut. You can always trim it, but it's hard to put it back on. So that's where I'm at, and I'm going to go ahead and mark this in a couple spots and get it cut a little bit closer to the size that I need it. We're getting close now. What I've done is measured the other fender from hole to hole, so I get it positioned right so the bolt, the screws go into the headlight bucket correctly. And I whittled it down pretty good, so I'm getting pretty close. So I'm going to do a couple more trims and just keep working at it until I get it to fit in there as perfect as I can get it. And then we'll start tacking that in there. Trimmed this back several times. We're starting to get a pretty decent fit right here. I got to go a little bit more. I got a little work to do over here. It's got to go back farther. I just keep trimming it back and take your time. Getting pretty close though. Okay, I've been working on this solid for about 45 minutes from the time I cut the piece out until right now. And I'm just about there. I think I've just about got it. This here on this side is just a little bit sticking out yet. I think I got a little bit back there. This side fits real nice, and I'll be able to start tacking that real quick now. So I'm pretty pleased how that's come out, and we'll proceed. Well, it's all tacked in now, and it doesn't look too bad. Everything looks straight and true. And I did check to see if the holes line up. Oops, sorry. And they do. The headlight bucket. So it's looking pretty good. Obviously got to finish tacking that. And not sure what these two holes were for. Not really sure about that. But my other one, the original ones didn't have that there, so I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, I'm going to continue with the filling in between the spot welds. Well, when you think you're all done, turn off all the lights and take your flashlight and go underneath. And you usually find a few pinholes. I found 2 or 3 pinholes that I've since repaired. But that seems to work. Because there's always that, it all looks good from the top, but shine a light down in there. Well, this is the underneath. I did make one mistake. You always need to grind off all the paint when you're welding, even on the back side. And I didn't do that. So I should have, but I did not. Anyway, I'm just going to smooth this out a little bit. I'm not going to get too carried away. And then I'm going to prepare that for some epoxy primer. I was using my little spot glass gun. I took the fender outside to make such a mess. And I barely got it done before the nozzle started freezing up from moisture. But I wanted to make sure it was exceptionally clean. And I got to clean up everything and bring it back in the garage. I think the metal work came out pretty decent. It might even come out better than the other fender. So I'm going to put a little metal treatment on there to treat the metal. And I'll use some body filler on that. And I don't think I'm going to need a whole lot the way it looks. I think it came out pretty darn nice.